yeah, my name is Sebastian, and today we're going to be talking about electron configurations with ions. Now, we are all pretty aware of how electron configurations work. If not, tiny review. So we all are knowledgeable of the periodic table of elements and the orbitals it has. The s orbital is mainly this left side. The d orbital, which takes up these transition metals. The p orbital, which is all your halogens, basically nonmetals. And then your f orbitals are all the way down here. Now, of course, that's not how it always goes, in that specific order anyway. Because some of us, we all know that it starts with S, then it moves on to P, and then depending if you're on your your 4s orbital, then you would start with a 3d orbital. Seems odd, but that's how it works. So now we're going to get into the electron configurations with ions. Now, we all are aware of what an ion is, the cation and the anion. So, for example, a cation makes things more positive. If you want to remember better, try like thinking a cat, right? You pet a cat, and it's very fluffy, you feel very good petting it. Anions like anti-hero or antagonist, so it means it's going to be more negative. Now, in the context of electrons, more negative is positive for them. So, basically what I'm trying to say is, if a ion is an anion, it'll be moving more to the noble gases. And if it's a cation, it'll be moving more back to the transition metals here on the left. Now, let's try and do an example. So here, I have an example of chlorine and a chloride ion with a -2 charge. Now here we have neon. Now you can see how different they are. So of course I started with the noble gas, or the octet rule if you want to call it like that. And it's already moved off to 3s2 and 3p5. Now, since I have the -2, let's look at chloride for a second. We're going to be moving 2 to the right. So 1, and then we're going to go back and go here, over to potassium. So, when you do that configuration, it's usually just 4s1. And you just have argon as the noble gas. So, electron configurations with ions are not as difficult to grasp, and is pretty easy to pick up once you get the patterns to it. So that's my video, guys. I hope to see you all later, and have a good summer.